What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream today. I'm Crypto Ninja, and I'll be going over the most important levels for Bitcoin. And I've got a whole bunch of other coins that I will be running through within today. So, what is happening with Bitcoin right now? We have to look at this chart right over here. So, basically, this is going to be the chart that we are going to be monitoring for the whole of the live stream because we are seeing a bit of a bounce on the daily time frame, but is this bounce gonna be surpassed? Are we gonna actually come back up to the mid range at 65k? This is what we're gonna speak about in today. So right now, what is happening with Bitcoin is we have a look at the weekly time frame. We're seeing a massive retest of the previous bull market high, which is what at 60,000 US dollars, right? So we actually went as low as 58,456 on Binance chart. So what does that mean? That means that right now, in order for Bitcoin to come down lower, we have to wait for this weekly candle to close below the range. Because as long as Bitcoin stays above the range here, technically it could bounce, right? So if you look at what we had, um, you know, 13th of March to around about the 16th of October of 2023, we saw price consolidate for around about 67 months, and then we had a massive rally, right? So the same type of structure is actually occurring right now. Same type of structure. We are seeing price, especially Bitcoin, potentially bouncing from this level, but there's a lot of indications that we might still come down lower. So there is a lot of people are obviously hoping for that bounce. I mean, there's a lot of altcoins that dumped a lot, and there's obviously a lot of altcoins that are still going to dump more. But is it the point at where we should be investing right now? And I will go over what I'm going to speak about with that in just a bit. But if we have a look at Bitcoin on the lower time frame, like the 4 hour time frame, we can see that right now we're kind of holding this level, right? We actually went as low as 58,300, and then we closed back above the 60k range, and right now we are still bouncing, right? We are still bouncing, but I don't think that this is gonna last. The only reason why I say that is because we're not really breaking above this level here, the 61,500 zone, right? So Bitcoin has retested this zone multiple times. So Bitcoin has retested this level multiple times at 61,600. Okay, but will price break that level? That's when I'll be looking at a massive long for Bitcoin back up to 65k, right? So if Bitcoin can close above this level on the 4 hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame, then I'll be looking for a long back up to this level. But until then, we are most probably just going to get rejected like we are seeing right now. This type of recovery is called a V-shaped recovery, and we are forming a type of head and shoulders pattern on the lower time frames here. But I am still thinking that price is most likely going to come down. And what I want to discuss is the USDT dominance chart. And I will show you guys, I am actually in a position just now. I'll show you what I am in. But essentially, this chart right here, USDT dominance, this chart right here is obviously really strong, right? So, what has been happening with USDT dominance? Basically, whenever USDT dominance goes up, what happens to Bitcoin and crypto? It goes down, right? So right now, USD dominance is really strong. You can even see on the daily candle, we had a daily candle above this level here. 5.07 is going to be your resistance, and we close right above it, right? So this is obviously an indication that you know Bitcoin and crypto could potentially go lower, which is obviously a lot of people don't want that. I mean, no one really wants that, but essentially there might be prices coming a little bit lower, but we have to wait for this next daily candle, because if this daily candle closes above this level like this, then this is just going to be a retest of this previous high, and we might see price come up further, right? So this could be obviously a bearish indication for what's going to happen in the market, but yeah, it's important just to stay focused, and then don't obviously over leverage in this type of market. I would rather wait for certain candles to close like tomorrow when we're going to go live again tomorrow, and I want to speak about what happened on the daily candle, because right now the daily candle is going to be the only candle that is going to give us an indication of where the market's going to be going. And I am looking at this right now, because right now it's really not looking like we're going to see that 65K for Bitcoin. So obviously important just to stay focused here and just wait for price to close tomorrow. Okay, so there is this setup that I took yesterday. This was Solana. So if you look at Solana, guys, Solana, I mean, if you look at this beautiful retest of this previous low here, we got a beautiful reaction here. You can see that price right now had a beautiful bounce for Solana. So I took a long yesterday at 125, and then I took profit at 135 because I was expecting price to actually um, potentially retest that previous high and come back down. But it's looking like we might see Solana come up a little bit higher. You can see that on the lower time frames, it's looking like Solana is potentially going to come back above the 141. So for me, Solana, the accumulation zone for Solana, I had, like I said, I had a buy limit at 125, and then a potential another buy limit at 108 to 110, right? So these are the zones you want to be looking at for Solana, because right now Solana is at a critical point where it's actually looking relatively bullish compared to most other coins. Because for me right now, it's just important to stay focused. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to be waiting for is obviously what happens tomorrow. So it's important just to wait for that. Okay. So let's see. Do you guys have any questions? Any coins you want me to go over for today? Let me know if you guys have any setups that you want me to go over. But essentially, it's looking like Solana is one of the coins that I'm relatively bullish on right now, compared to other coins. Audio, this was the setup I actually took. We took profit, but essentially audio looking like it wants to carry on to the upside, right? So if you have a look at audio right now, it's honestly looking really strong, because look what happened, right? Price was trading below this level multiple times, right? We're bouncing. We came down to the support. We bounced from this level again. Then we started bouncing again, and now we actually closed above this level. So there is a potential long opportunity here for audio, where you guys could potentially accumulate at these levels, right? This could be a good zone for you guys to accumulate audio at these levels, because right now it's honestly looking like audio has potential to go higher based on the daily time frame. So based on the daily time frame is something that you guys do need to obviously think about, because right now these types of setups don't really come often. So when they do come, like right now, we do need to make sure that we are going to be trading these setups for audio. So essentially, I'll be looking at a potential long here based on the daily time frame. So wait and see what happens tomorrow, and we can look to target these highs right above here, these levels right over here. This would be the setup. Your stop loss would have to be just below this wick. Risk to reward 1:3.4. So it's a really good. It's a very strong bounce zone here for audio. So it's looking good. This is something that I'm going to be taking in tomorrow's live stream as well. So make sure you guys do join for that. And if you guys do have any questions with the setups that we are going to be taking, you can just drop them in the comments. So like I said, right now, guys, we're at a critical stage where the funding rates, if we have a look over here, the funding rates are still negative, right? They're actually flipping positive right now. That's good. That means that people are starting to long the market again, which is obviously what we are wanting, right? We are wanting people to long the market, but this type of shakeout, I told people that it gives people the opportunity to actually buy at these levels, because some of these levels you won't be seeing again. Solana dropped down to 120, 121. We probably won't see that again unless we do break that level. But to be honest with you, I do think that we might see a little bit more downside on some coins, because if we have a look at Bitcoin again, yeah, guys, looking at Bitcoin, let's have a look over here again. What are we actually seeing? So what I'm looking at right now, Bitcoin, we close below this level. We can't ignore that, right? We can't ignore that we close below this level here on the daily time frame. So what does that mean? It means that there is a potential of Bitcoin to actually come down a little bit lower, back down to like the 52,000 range. That is a potential, guys. That is a potential. So just be careful of that, because right now it's honestly looking relatively weak compared to what we are used to for Bitcoin. And I do think that a lot of people are just, way too bullish right now, on this potential bounce. But this bounce could potentially happen. I'm not saying that it can't, but the structure, like the daily time frame, is just pointing more to the downside, right? So when we are pointing more to the downside, there is opportunities, that we need to look at, and I'm going to show you guys a couple coins that I'm looking at for those opportunities. But essentially, looking at Bitcoin right now, is still looking so weak. Closing below this level, we can potentially come back down to fill this range wick right over here. Potentially come back down to fill this wick over here, at 58,363. Potentially take those lows out. We'll see. We'll see. But that's going to be the setups, guys. That is going to be setups. I want to see what happens here for Bitcoin. We're probably going to be taking some positions soon here. I will be showing you guys the setup that I will be taking. Let's have a look over here. What is this? Yeah, total. Yeah, so essentially, guys, this is going to be your total market cap, 2.21 trillion. Still really, really high, relative. I mean, it's really, really high. Compared to like 2.6, it's still bouncing from the support. So it still looks relatively strong. This could be a flush out, but essentially we didn't close below this level, right? The total market cap didn't close below this 2.175 trillion level. And if you have a look at this chart, it looks pretty much exactly the same as Bitcoin, right? But on Bitcoin, it actually closed below. So what does that mean? It means that price could potentially still come down lower. So just be careful of that. Just be careful of that. I'm not saying that we're going to see much lower prices. I said there's a potential of us seeing lower prices. So just be careful. But I'm still going to be accumulating in these zones, because there is a possibility of us just bouncing from these levels. Okay, so I want to speak about WIF quickly, because this is something that, I mean, if you look at WIF, it's absolutely looks really, really strong, right? So WIF right now is a meme coin, right? We all know that WIF is a meme coin, and it's back to pretty much the lows. If we have a look at the 4-hour time frame, it's pretty much back at the lows, at 1.5. We had quite a nice dip. So this is the levels you guys want to be, you should be accumulating at, right? These levels are the levels you should be accumulating, right? And right now, it does look like we might see a potential move for WIF back up to these highs, at 2.96. 2.96 definitely could be the zone, that we could be looking for WIF. So just be careful of that. I would be looking to accumulate some WIF over here. We had a massive dump in the last couple of days, but it doesn't look like it is over for WIF. Then have a look at OP, guys. OP. So OP, we had a massive, massive breakout long ago over here. We are now back at the 1.69 support, right? We are back at that level where we had that massive, massive breakout, right? So what does that mean? OP is sitting at a really, really strong discount right now. I do think that OP is going to operate from this level. I do think that we may see a bounce over here. So what I'll be waiting for today would probably just be a break above this high over here. Once we break above this high, then we can look for potential long. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for long back up to the 1.79 mark. This would be the setup back up to here. But if we get rejected from this level, then yeah, cool. We're probably going to look for a short. Because like I said, I am more on the bearish side right now than the bullish side. So potential shorts right now for OP back down to these lows at 1.69 could be the play. But I do think that we're going to see a temporary bounce first. So what I think that's going to happen here for OP is I do think that we're going to see a temporary bounce back up to here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back down, close below here, boom, boom, and then we come back down, right? So we're going to be potentially taking a long above here, or we're just going to be taking a short below here, right? So like I said, we need confirmation. We need price to obviously close. So we'll probably just wait for that 30-minute candle to close bearish here. But until then, yeah, there's just not much we can do. Just to be patient here. Because the 50-minute candle did close above. That's interesting. That is very interesting. But we need to wait for the 30 minutes. Yeah. Let's wait for the 30 minutes. But yeah, if you guys do have any questions, if you guys do have any coins that you want me to go over, let me know in the chat. I will be going over some of those coins that you want me to go over. Because right now we are looking for a long for OP, but there might be a rejection before. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. What we can do. I'm essentially just going to take the setup once we get the 30-minute candle closure. So in around about 13 minutes, once price rejects this level, then we can take that setup for OP in this live stream. So make sure you guys do stay for that. Obviously looks really, really good. Okay. So let's see what we got right now. Looking like we want to break above this level, yeah. That's looking like we want to break above this level here right now. So let's have a look here. OP closed nicely bullish on the 15 here. 5-minute closed above the range. Looking like we're going to see a potential pump here. Bitcoin pumping. Yeah, Bitcoin's actually pumping a little bit here, guys. Solana looking good. Bitcoin. Everything's looking relatively decent right now, guys. Look at Pepe. Pepe's starting to moon here. Yeah, this is beautiful. Pepe's looking strong, guys. Pepe's looking really, really strong. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to look for that OP long. We're probably going to see a bounce here, guys. We're probably going to see a bounce here. Okay. So, like I said, guys, meme coins are bouncing way stronger than most other coins. So just be wary of that. And look at even WIF. WIF is breaking above the range right now. If we get a 15-minute candle closure above this range, it's going to be absolutely beautiful here. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. WIF wants to break out here. WIF wants to break out here. OP. So we're looking at this setup. Let's wait for this 5-minute candle. Oh, too late. Too late. Yeah, so we just missed that setup there for OP. WIF as well. Pepe is absolutely pumping really, really hard right now. Like I said, this bounce is looking relatively strong. Yeah, so that was the setup. We take longs to here, then we take shorts. So basically, this is the setup. We take longs up to here, then we take shorts back down to this zone, back down to there. Yeah, so interesting stuff here. Yeah, look at this. Bitcoin just pumps so hard, yeah, guys. Looks like Bitcoin wants to move a lot higher. Yo, check at that. Check at that. Bitcoin is pumping really, really hard right now. Back up to 61,600. OP longs looking really good here. Everything's looking like a little bit of a bounce, guys. Like we said, this could happen. This bounce could happen. Bit of an inverse head and shoulders. Target is going to be, what is that? Target is going to be around about 63K. Okay. Pepe is just absolutely bullish though, guys. We got that double bottom yesterday on the 4-hour time frame. Beautiful double bottom. It's a perfect play, right? If we have a look at the trend line, beautiful breakout today. Breakout retest. I mean, it's a clean setup. Very, very clean setup right over there. Look at this WIF as well. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah. So I mean, right now, guys, we're only in that OP long. We took that OP setup. But right now, it's honestly looking. I mean, the market's looking really good for a bounce. So it's the market's at that critical point, guys. It's at that critical point where do we see a bounce or do we just basically see a fake pump? And it's honestly it's looking like we're seeing a little bit of bounce here. And have a look at this chart, guys. This is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. I mean, this chart is absolutely about to pop off here. We've been speaking about this trend line. Once we break above the trend line, the altcoins are going to absolutely pump, which is why accumulating a little bit at these zones is not a bad thing. Bitcoin's pumping. I had a long for Ethereum sitting at around about had a long sitting around about 31.47, but we actually didn't get executed there. We didn't actually get executed there. Solana's absolutely ripping here. I mean, it looks like we're seeing a bounce, guys. It looks like Bitcoin is absolutely going to rip here. OP is looking beautiful for our long. WIF. We missed that WIF long. But it's okay. It's okay. We got that OP long. I think, obviously, Pepe is just absolutely so strong here. I mean, look at the daily time frame. Beautiful double bottom. Close bullish above the range. It's just absolutely so bullish here, guys. Yeah. Notcoin, I actually bought some Notcoin at this zone over here at 0.15677 the other day. But yeah, I mean, still bullish on Notcoin, yeah, guys. I mean, buying Notcoin at these levels are just beautiful. Okay, but yeah, I do appreciate everyone joining us today. I hope you guys did like the stream. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Basically, we go live every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but this week we've changed it up to a Tuesday and a Thursday, as I am actually busy. I was busy this week, but what that means is we're still going to be going live. We're still going to be here every single 3 times a week. So make sure you guys do join. We will be going live again on Thursday, and then Friday we're going to have a nice big fat session as well. So like I said, this is looking good, guys. We're seeing a bounce. We are seeing a bounce here. Okay. Bitcoins might be closing above the range here. It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. I do appreciate you guys watching today. I haven't been live for a while, but we will be coming back stronger than ever. And make sure you guys do follow my Twitter account. We will be posting all these setups right over there. So make sure you guys check that out on Twitter. But yeah, this V-shaped recovery is looking really, really strong, to be honest. It's looking really, really good. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone joining today. I will be ending the live stream over here. Maybe I'll stay for a little bit longer here. I'll stay for a little bit longer. But essentially, guys, we are seeing a bit of a bounce. We are seeing price take out these highs. I mean, if Bitcoin can actually just close right above this level over here, then this will be very, very strong for BTC. We're going to have to wait and see here. It's looking like a little bit of a bounce is good. So we'll see. We'll see. But let's see. If Bitcoin can't close above this point, we're probably just going to get rejected. But I mean, it's looking like we are going to see a nice little pump for BTC. So let's see what happens. I mean, it's just it's at a point right now that Bitcoin could pump back up to around about 63,488. Right, this could be the level that we are looking at for BTC. So it's looking relatively good here, guys. So if you guys did just join, make sure you guys do like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys are on Twitter, it would be really appreciated if you can just like and repost this tweet. It does obviously help me out a bit. But yeah, looking like we might see a good pump here, guys. It's honestly looking good. I wanna wait and see how this 30-minute candle closes. Honestly looking like a good move here. OP, if you guys did just join, we did take it long here for OP back up to these highs. So like I said, the setup for OP relatively still bearish, right? Starting to create new higher highs and high lows, which is obviously a good bullish indication. But taking buys back up to 1.7961, then potentially coming back down and taking some sells is going to be the play. But it looks like Bitcoin is pumping. Look at this. Bitcoin is pumping, yeah. Bitcoin is pumping. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, yeah. Pepe, we spoke about Pepe, guys. I actually did go live yesterday. We spoke about Pepe and how it's actually just beautiful double bottom. OP looking really, really good as well. But yeah, that's a setup for OP back up to these highs. Bitcoin setup, we're waiting for that 15-minute candle closure here. Looking like we are going to see a bit of a push here. But yeah, let's see what happens. I do appreciate everyone joining today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Remember, we will be going live on Thursday and Friday. Make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.